All rise. Support court with Judge Vanderby is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1056, Hannigan case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You may be seated. Ms. Hannigan, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my ex-husband, since last year, doesn't come and get our children, doesn't take care of them, and he is just in and out of their lives, and I'm tired of it.
Okay. How many children do you all have?
We have 2 children.
All right. You said ex-husband. So how long have you all been divorced?
We've been divorced for a year because he decided to step outside of our marriage and have another child.
Oh, okay. Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
Neither was I.
All right. So he has an outside child. How old is that child?
All right, folks, buckle up because this case is about to get juicy. The video opens with Judge Vanderby calling the court to order, and Miss Hannigan steps up to explain her situation. She's been divorced for a year, and her ex-husband has been completely absent from their 2 children's lives. Not only that, but he's also stepped out of their marriage and had a child with someone else. Miss Hannigan is clearly fed up and here to get the financial support her kids deserve. The judge dives right in, asking about the ex-husband's income, $120,000 a year from his mechanic shop, and whether he's contributed anything since the divorce. Spoiler alert, he hasn't. The stage is set for a classic child support battle, and the tension is already building. Miss Hannigan's frustration is palpable, and you can tell she's reached her breaking point.
He ought to be about 1.
Okay. Do you know where he works?
Yes, he owns his own mechanic shop.
All right. Do you know how much he makes?
I do. He makes about $120 a year.
Okay. Does he do anything financially to support the children?
Not really. He did while we were married, but since we've been divorced, no.
Okay. And you say he doesn't pick them up or anything like that?
Every once in a blue moon.
All right. All right. Do you pay health insurance or does he pay health insurance?
I pay for everything.
Okay. How much is the health insurance?
About $326 a month.
And that's for the children only, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. So let's take a look here. I see that he did not show up for court today. All right. I noticed he was served to be here today, looking at the documents that are before me.
Now, here's where things get really interesting. The judge notices that the ex-husband didn't bother to show up to court, even though he was properly served. Big mistake, because the judge isn't letting him off the hook. She moves forward with the case based on Miss Hannigan's testimony and starts crunching the numbers. With an income of $120,000 a year, the ex-husband's monthly net comes out to $7,074.25. The judge factors in his 3 children, 2 with Miss Hannigan and 1 outside child, and calculates his monthly child support obligation, $1,706 for the 2 kids, plus half of the health insurance costs, $163, bringing the total to $1,869 per month. The judge is all business, and you can tell she's not playing around. She's methodical and precise, making it clear that the ex-husband's financial responsibility is non-negotiable.
You haven't talked to him at all?
I have not.
Okay. Did he say he wasn't coming to court today?
I have not talked to him,
Okay.
literally, in a couple of months.
Okay. Well, good thing about it is that I can continue to move forward and place him on child support today because he was served to be here and he's technically on notice. So we're going to go ahead and move forward based on the testimony that you gave. Okay. So at $120,000 a year, that's what you said he makes, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I have his gross at $10,000 a month. That would bring his net to...
The judge wraps things up by confirming the child support amount and asking Miss Hannigan if there's anything else she needs. Miss Hennigan is grateful, and the judge dismisses the case. But here's the kicker. The ex-husband's absence speaks volumes. He had the chance to defend himself or negotiate, but he chose not to show up. Now he's on the hook for nearly $1,900 a month, and there's no one to blame but himself. The judge's no-nonsense approach is a reminder that when it comes to child support, the court doesn't mess around. Miss Hennigan leaves the courtroom with a sense of relief, but you can't help but wonder how the ex-husband will react when he finds out about the ruling.
$7,584.25. And you said you all have 2 children and he has 1 outside child. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So giving him credit for that other child, that brings his child support to about $1,706. You said health insurance is $326 for the children?
Yes.
Okay. So he's going to reimburse half of that to you, so that $163 plus $1,706 brings his monthly child support amount to $1,869 per month. Is there anything further you needed?
No, thank you.
Are you okay?
Yes, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, if there's nothing further, you're dismissed.
After the case, Judge Vonda Bailey breaks it all down for us. She highlights the key takeaway. Always show up to court when you're served. Even if it doesn't change the outcome, it gives you a chance to be heard. In this case, the ex-husband's absence meant the judge had to rely solely on Miss Hennigan's testimony, which didn't work out in his favor. Judge Bailey also emphasizes the importance of financial responsibility when it comes to supporting your children. She explains that the court's primary concern is the well-being of the kids, and parents have a legal and moral obligation to provide for them. It's a clear and concise lesson for anyone dealing with child support issues, and Judge Bailey delivers it with her signature blend of authority and empathy.
Hi guys, it's me, Judge Vonda B. I wanted to go over what you all witnessed in the Hennigan case. Well, mom was bringing dad to court. She wanted him to pay child support for the children. Well, what did you notice that was interesting about this case? Dad did not show up for court. Remember guys, always show up to court when you are served. It may not necessarily change the outcome of the case, but it definitely gives you an opportunity to be heard. Mom testified to the amount of income to her knowledge that dad made from his mechanic shop. His child support was based on that.
This case is a perfect example of what can happen when one parent tries to shirk their responsibilities. The ex-husband's decision to skip court not only cost him a chance to present his side, but also left him with a hefty child support bill. Miss Hennigan, on the other hand, stood her ground and fought for her children's rights. The judge's ruling was fair and just, but it also serves as a reminder that the court system is there to protect the most vulnerable, our kids. Whether you're a parent seeking support or one being asked to provide it, this case is a wake-up call to take these matters seriously. And as Judge Bailey wisely pointed out, showing up to court is always the best move. Don't let your absence speak louder than your actions.